Welcome back, this is Zephyr, and we're going to traverse the Arcane Sanctuary again. Since this is single player, we have the advantage of the map not changing. We still have the disadvantage of being weak.
Not enough mana. Not enough.
But luckily, I can just do this. Let's see, what's my attack rating? 29%. That is really bad, and I did check this between the last episode and this one. Yes, that is the right, correct percentage. It needs some fixing. Sure, why not? +1 to all attributes. If you're new to this video, or this channel, my Diablo 2 mod has a lot of features from Diablo 1. So the of the sky prefix or suffix there does not exist in Diablo 2 normally. I do not do enough damage. Let's go back to Fire Arrow.
I need mana.
I don't know if this is the right way. I just know the other two ways are not right. I also don't know if we can actually kill Duriel. Okay, seriously? Come back here. Where are you going? Come back. We'll just leave you there. See what happens. My firewall arrow. Still need to reduce the flame visuals on that. It's a little excessive. It's bigger than it originally was, so it's more excessive than normal. Oh, jeez. Wow, there was some desync there. The visuals and the logic didn't line up, but I did get an immolation arrow off, and that killed them all. So there's still a lot of balance issues with this. Due to how I changed it to attack rating entirely, a lot of enemies now just have way too much armor, which is causing me to just do, like, no damage. I hit them pretty regularly still, but... But the math is all right, so I'm not sure how that's playing out. I know the dice roll system for Diablo 2 is supposedly really bad, so... Old games and all that. It seems like I'm hitting pretty regularly, so... Maybe there's a flaw in the actual code, not just the visual code.
Not enough mana.
Do not steal my mana. Some things I plan for the future of this mod are... I've been doing some gem updates. I'll show those off in just a second, actually. They should be all working now. So some gem updates here. So... gems that give stats now are actually stronger. My game does remove jewels and charms, my mod, and Not my game. I didn't build Diablo 2. But yeah. So instead of like +3 dexterity on a chipped emerald or +3 strength on a chipped amethyst, it is actually now +4. And so it goes like 4, 6, 8, 12, something like that. I think it caps out. Let me look at it. I just had this open. No, go away. It caps out at 15. So you can now get 15 to a stat from a single gem. This mod is definitely going to be a lot harder in some aspects, like dexterity still gives damage bonuses to ranged weapons, but the attack rating bonuses of dexterity are significantly lower than normal. We are definitely going to use an immolation arrow here. We can get them to walk through it. I haven't fixed the damage on this. I have no idea if that actually is correct, the numbers there. And the immolation effect does not check attack rating. So anything that's on the ground, static like gas or firewall, this will hit every single time, or it's supposed to. I did find out through some research that blocking does not affect everything that attack rating does. So even though I've made like fireball and fire arrow and everything else act the same with attack rating, it doesn't make it just automatically use the block effect. So I would like it so that block is consistent with some of my newer mechanics, my changed mechanics.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I don't care about your overburdenedness.
I am overburdened.
Okay, here we go. Let's do that. Oh, 5 spirit. That's not bad. Fire resist. Whatever. But some gems are, going back to the gems thing, some gems are just stronger now. So chipped diamonds are 8%, because 6% all resist just felt bad. In the early game, you aren't dealing with enough... Die, please? There we go. You're not dealing with enough elements most of the time that a chipped gem is ever going to be valuable for resistances. So I figured it's just... It's not that big of a buff going from 6 to 8, but it's just not that big of a difference either way. But 8 just feels like a better number. It just feels chunkier, more solid at least. See, I am like hitting every time I use fire arrow. Look at that. So I don't know what's going on elsewise. But it's saying that my attack rating is 47%. And the math that I did, that I changed the game to use, is definitely that. Because for whatever reason, these guys have like 67 armor. So I'm just slightly below 50%, because it's like 53.33% if you have the exact same attack rating as they have defense. So because you're like equally powerful or something is kind of the idea. The original game was 50%, and I was just trying to hit kind of a similar target with the easiest math I could construct. I am not a super math guy. Okay, we're just not going to go back down this way. We'll go faster through the other way. I don't have a stamina potion. I thought I did. I have antidote potions, apparently. But I plan to do some other stuff, so gems are being buffed, kind of. Damage types are going to be, because of the attack rating change primarily, damage types are going to be different a little bit too. So first of all, this chipped diamond now gives max damage at chipped, but At flawed, it's actually 1 to 3 damage. So, see how that plays out. Because this damage actually scales with your stats based on your weapon. Whatever weapon you have equipped will give you your stat bonus. I'd like to make this just physical damage that doesn't scale and be able to like split it apart. So like one is like a weapon-based damage kind of effect, and the other one is added damage. If you've ever played like Dota 2 or something like that, there are abilities that scale on base damage, but added damage doesn't scale them. So that would be kind of the same logic here that I would be applying. I don't think that's probably a stretch goal of mine. I don't think that's something that I'd be able to probably create without probably some serious assistance in the code editor. And by code editor, I mean it's assembly. It's rough. It's rough stuff. But also just changing stats to kind of get this balanced out. These goat guys, they have pretty high armor. I'd probably reduce it. I'd probably change up some stuff here. I need to make sure that the attack rating system is actually working correctly, because right now it seems like it's not. But I thought it was just the display. I checked the display. It's correct. Which means I probably should be hitting less often than I currently am, and I need to mess with some numbers for sure. But enemies like these ghouls, undead in general, I figure are going to have really high chance to hit. You don't want to be touched by a zombie. You don't want to be touched by a skeleton. They're creepy. They're scary, and stay away from me. You know. I mean, that's like Zombies 101. You don't want a zombie touching you. So zombies will be very dangerous, kind of like Diablo 1. I was playing Diablo 1 like last month, and I created a new character, and just for like some testing and stuff, screwing around. And I came across a zombie, and I tried to melee it. I was playing a sorcerer, and I tried to melee it, and I missed. I'm like level 2. Like, this is the beginning of the game. And I missed. And then the next hit, I hit him, but I don't kill him. I do just enough damage to not kill him, right? So I try to attack him, and he gets 3 hits in the time that I'm trying to attack him. And those 3 hits kill me.
I need mana.
Because that's Diablo 1 for you. Also the stagger. The stagger like that. Constant stagger in Diablo 1. If you're in melee and you get hit, you just gotta be careful. But that's another thing I need to fix. They have way too much attack rating. So I have 155 defense right now, and they're hitting a lot. And this says 25%, but again, the display seems to be right, but maybe the math isn't in the logic side of the game. I don't know. Sure feels like they're hitting every time. Let's see here. 1 hit. 1 miss. 2 hit. Let's heal here. 3 hit. 4 hit. 5 hit. Yeah, no, I don't think it's working right. I'm just gonna take a guess that it's not working right there. So something with the math is failing with how I changed it. And because I keep buffing enemies and then nerfing enemies and stuff like that, we've gotten into this situation of everything hurts, everything dodges, and a lot of stats have been nerfed too, so... Oh my gosh, we're gonna die. We're gonna die. No, no. Oh, okay. Well, I got the TP up. The stagger needs to be updated. I'd like to do a custom poise system. Path of Exile is doing that. Path of Exile 2 is doing that. Mine will probably not be anywhere near as advanced as something that an entire team could craft. But something to my idea here. We're just going to do all that. And we're just going to do this. And as soon as we go through that portal, we're just going to launch an arrow. And everything is going to stand on me and die. Okay. And of course, the body is over there. On the other side of the enemies. Okay. Death is more punishing in this game mode as well. This game mod? I don't know. Whatever. Calling it game mode apparently now. Sure, that's... I like the magic find, but stop moving. There we go. If you die in normal, you lose 25% of your experience bar. It might actually be more than that, but last I remember doing anything, it was 25%. If you go into like higher difficulties, it's actually reduced. Because the idea is that those difficulties are harder and you're more expected to die. So it goes, I believe, from 25% to like 20% and then down to 15%. Which I think is still quite a bit more than the original. I think the original was like 5% on Hell, and I'm doing like 15 or 10 or something on Hell. But yeah, every single hit seems to feel like it's hitting, whether it's them or me. That's not how that's supposed to be, so... Probably why I'm getting staggered so much. And I mean, enemies are supposed to be hitting me regularly. It's just maybe not quite that regularly.
I need mana.
Some enemy stuff that I want to do. I talked about like undead being kind of painful. Mages will probably have a just an insanely high chance to hit. So you will need quite a bit of armor to offset just being hit by fireballs and stuff.
Not enough mana.
And enemies in general will probably have their damage reduced slightly. Going with like lower numbers here. So like a fireball probably shouldn't be doing, you know, 40 damage when I have 84 health. I don't know what it's doing right now. Okay, it did like 11. So fireball is probably pretty fair. Firewall is probably pretty fair. For poise, I don't know because I need to fix everything before I can really test poise, I guess. Before I can test hit recovery. Would be fine. Would be fine.
I need mana.
Magic damage reduced by 4 and 22% magic find. I don't know. I don't know. The max damage loss is kind of painful probably, but we've got Fire Arrow. We don't really care about the physical aspect. We got a bunch of stats back because that had -5 stats too, so. It was a good amulet for defense, but 4 damage reduction is probably way better than like 12% damage reduction. And magic damage reduction reduces like the Claw Viper Temple stuff too, so. Not that we need it anymore, but... But yeah, when enemies are doing like 11 damage, 4 damage reduction is huge. I don't remember the order on that, but I'm pretty sure it's like damage reduction and then percentage, because otherwise it'd be broken.
Not enough mana.
Hey, you. Taste this.
Good riddance.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Ooh, yes, this is what I'm talking about.
I am overburdened.
So I would prefer enemies like that drop good stuff. I've been doing so many code edits and, well, real life stuff too, that I haven't been able to get to the thing that I want to get to, but... Okay, what do we got? What do we got? 2 to leap. Barbarian only. Attacker takes damage of 2, heal stamina plus 81%. I think that's a holdover when I had stamina regenerating super fast. All boots had that on it. They don't have that anymore. I think that's just a unique item error on my part. 28% enhanced defense, 12 base defense. I don't like this stuff right here where it's like 28% and then 12 base. So I've been replacing a lot of those on uniques and stuff with just higher enhanced defense. It sounds cooler if you're getting like 57% enhanced defense versus 28. But like, what are these? They're heavy boots, so they probably cap out around 10, maybe 11 defense. I can pull it up real quick, actually. Let us see. Boots. I know you can't see this. Max defense is 6. It might be a little higher in the mod, but it might be like 8 or something in the mod because belts no longer give defense. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if I hovered this. Mana regeneration and health regeneration are now flat. Well, health was already flat, but mana regeneration now has a flat mana regen effect. Apparently this was always in the game. It was being used by mana potions. And so I now have that actually on Chip Skulls. I don't have it anywhere else yet, but like meditation and warmth will have flat regen instead. And that regen will be affected by potentially like a rare ring, like maybe Stone of Jordan or something. Something similar that has percentage mana regen, which still technically is in the roll pool. And I could find that on accident if I was looking for it. Magic Find is rolling on a lot of items. I actually really appreciate that. Magic Find is really good in this mod. I know I'm jumping around here. There's just a lot of things to talk about. Magic Find is really good in the mod because dudes like this, if they have a name that's like gold, they have a 10% chance of dropping a unique. And if they fail that, they have a 10% chance of dropping a set. And if they fail that, they have a 10% chance of dropping a rare. Rares are what's the right word? They have a polluted pool with these negative effects. So I got a negative 10 dexterity on this ring. So rares, while they are way more common, they are going to be more commonly polluted with these negative effects. My goal is to never have more than like one negative effect on an item, which is going to be difficult for the most part to actually do. And some of these negative effects might have a positive effect attached to them in the future, where there might be some further pool dilution where you're not just getting minus 10 dexterity, but you're getting minus 10 dexterity and then like plus 8 spirit or something like that. So it's more offset and less just negative. But like, look at this thing. It's still pretty good. I wore it for almost 10 levels. Something. What's the right button here? Yeah, like 10 levels. And the -5 attributes, that's 10 health, that's 10 mana. It's 5 dexterity in the current system is 2.5. It doesn't round perfectly, but 2.5 attack rating. And of course, it's like a 5% damage difference on my bow. But, I've got 82 dexterity and a stag bow that does almost no damage. So what's 100% bonus damage? 24 damage. It's okay. And obviously this has maximum damage as well, so that played in pretty nicely. And magic damage reduced by 1 is also pretty good. So, the percentage damage resistances plus the regular flat is both extremely powerful there. But things like this, I will be doing... Wow, Gorefoot has mana stolen per hit. I do not remember that. That is kind of cool. I will be probably removing stuff like that. Heal stamina plus 81%. I think I changed something there. It's like in the wrong order, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be removing like the plus 12 defense and just making the enhanced defense just be like, astronomical in a number. Because that's kind of the idea behind a lot of these items. Where's I don't have anything that actually has that kind of enhanced defense. 35% enhanced defense, right? And 50% bonus, armor, bonus defense on an ethereal helm. So like we want some good numbers here, and the idea is to kind of bring you up to a good number, and then anything after that good number is a little bit more of a chase value. You've got 35% enhanced defense, 35% bonus damage, but the 75% is going to be harder to find. The 100% is going to be harder to find. So at 6 armor base on this thing, to get 20 defense, which might be nerfed anyways, base defense might be buffed. Defense overall might be slightly adjusted. But you get the idea. This could be 100% defense bonus on 8, and so it'd be like 16, and it's still pretty good. And then I'm not going to be doing a lot of work into it, but I want to have uniques be able to be upgraded to have some value. I'd like to have like low level upgrades, like from normal to exceptional, be extremely like possible, including sets and rares and that kind of stuff. The idea is that you are meant to eventually kind of abandon health and mana potions. Maybe not completely, but they're going to be more like you pop them just to kind of combat some issues like poison, or you're just not quite winning a fight. And then the health and mana regen on those is actually, it's a good deal weaker. I think by default this might have been normally 60 or something, maybe. So it's actually really close, but they scale with health. So if I put points into health, my health potions are better. But you can see that these like weaker potions here. Let's just do this. 43 and 59. Yeah, so the difference between the potions is it's big, but it's not huge. So again, I'm bringing everything to the player as a large starting number, and then everything else after that is a little more chase value. You're still capable of getting big potions and big armors, But the idea is that you find a higher level armor with a low level modifier, and it's still, this is still great. I mean, I got rid of my other armor.
I can't carry anymore. Impossible.
Oh my goodness gracious. 10% magic find. That seems to be way too much in the pool. 4 mana per stolen per hit. Surprised I'm not signing like max damage amulets or something, or rings. I'd love to find like a +5 max damage. Oh, that's +3, I guess. What do we got? We got return to town for more info. I don't really care to return to town. I'll get some potions in a bit, but... Oh yeah, and I didn't mention this, but yeah, the chip diamond, because it is like physical damage, it no longer has damage to the undead. I don't find it interesting. I'm sorry if you liked that. I think it's interesting in the context of like choosing your weapon, being able to have like a staff do extra physical damage because like crumbling skeletons and smashing them with a hammer or whatever.
I am overburdened.
But I don't really care for it to be on the actual... Wow, that hurt. These guys have a lot of health.
I need mana.
So here's an example, like Burning Dead, I think that they should probably be fire resistant. They probably are, I have no idea. They were taking a lot of hits to kill. And then, because they're skeletons, I figure what they'll have is something like... Man, he hurts. Like 25 damage a hit.
Not enough mana.
But I figured like skeletons, finding a vital point to kill a skeleton doesn't really make sense. So the idea is that their armor class is affected by the fact that they are harder to, you know, find a vital point and actually break them apart, because they are enchanted, undead kind of creatures. And holy cow, this hurts. Can you not?
I need mana.
Oh, I did it. I did it. A lot of potions used. I find yet another ring. Why are rings dropping so much? 5 dexterity. What does it do? 1 damage. I got Magic Find up there. Didn't really finish the Magic Find rant. The 10% on Magic Find. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You know, pulling out the right weapon for the right job. 10% Magic Find on a weapon actually comes down to, if you get 100% Magic Find, it goes from 10% to 16%. And this was the percentage of... Okay, kill him. This was a percentage of Diablo 1. If you killed a named enemy, unique name enemy, they had a 16% chance to drop a unique item. They had a 100% chance to drop a magic item, and there was nothing in between in that game. So I figured 10% is kind of still pretty good. There's a lot more enemies that are named here. Like I just killed the, I don't know, mana burn guy. It does mean that you're playing behind with Magic Find a little bit, but it also means you could literally just farm Bishibosh and try to find an item that you're looking for at like low levels. He's like level 5, I think. So he wouldn't be able to drop much, but he would drop like some of the low level like shields and stuff. I've seen him drop a shield and I think a sword.
I can't carry anymore.
I don't care about the antidote potions. I carried those earlier and I don't really know why. But especially in normal, where items get kind of replaced pretty quickly, even though I haven't actually... He has mana burn too, really? Kill your friends first, I guess. Oh, no, no, anybody? I can't do much here. Yeah, so he didn't drop anything special. Too bad. He might be in a different drop pool that I failed to actually update. Well, I'd have to look at that probably as well. A lot of moving parts. Just what it is. I think the potion drop rate is kind of fair right now. Probably a little high. But with the summoner, we got like a rare and a unique. And for a lot of that kind of stuff, I really want to make it so that you're only getting maybe one item. So definitely a different direction than probably a lot of players would enjoy. But the idea is less stuff, better stuff, more interesting stuff. Okay, we're just going to do that. Can you walk into it? Yeah? Okay, there we go. Come this way. Join me in the flames of your own death. Go to the hell you came from. Well, I guess you're technically undead, so you're not from hell. You're just risen. I don't know. Diablo lore and all that. Oh, hi. How you doing? That's a lot of people. It's going to be hard to balance stuff like Immolation Arrow. For real. Because it's good. It's just good. And you see that, like, I have 2 mana per kill, and I can throw that out. And then kill everything in the room. And killing everything in the room, of course, then gives me, you know, that mana back, so... But, I mean, 20 mana is still a lot of mana. And it probably needs to do damage a little slower. It's probably overtuned. But since everything else is, like, brokenly overtuned as well, I'm not jumping around to fix it right now. I need to playtest the game still. And there's a combination of issues there.
Not enough mana.
That poison's actually not bad. Speaking of poison, I've been talking in a group of people that also mod D2, and one of the things that we were talking about was poison. And there's all sorts of issues with poison. Just an FYI there. I might just wear that instead. Extra health, extra mana. That's 6 mana, 6 health, by the way. And like 1 attack rating. Yeah, 1 attack rating. Like 3 strength and whatever. Anyway, these zombies that like fall over when they die and create a poison cloud, I'd like to make that actually deal more damage, but be a very short duration. So like 2 or 3 damage a second, but it only lasts for like 2 seconds. So if you stand in it, it's just constantly being reapplied. That's kind of the idea behind it. Maybe it does 5 damage a second, but it lingers for like 1 second, so something like that. Whoa, that was the wrong direction. I think it's too big. I liked the idea of it being big, but I think it's too big. I also like the idea of like maybe making Pierce and some of the Amazon skills. Since I'm playing the Amazon, I probably should talk about the Amazon here and there. I'd like to make Pierce and the Amazon and stuff. This is converting all my damage to fire, and they're probably fire resistant. Have kind of some better passives. They're interesting. Don't get me wrong. Like they're interesting for 2000 or whatever, the year this came out, and they're still fun and useful. But attack rating it's honestly kind of a boring stat, although it makes sense for her to have attack rating and be able to kind of keep up with enemy armor. I leveled up to 20. And I did lower everything down, so I only need level 20 to get to Pierce. But something I might do, I currently plan to do, is like Critical Strike. Critical Strike is probably going to have max damage in it, is what I'm thinking. So you'd have Critical Strike, you'd have max damage, and Critical Strike will be able to get a lot higher probably in the future. Right now it caps out, I think, at like 80% in my mod, and it gains 11% diminishing returns, 11% per level, something like that. So, like the first level, I think is, look at this here. I think it's something like 15% at level 1, which ends up being like 12%, and then 11% per level after that, which it's only like, it's a basic diminishing returns formula if you've ever like played like League of Legends or Dota or Warcraft 3 or something like that. So it adds like the 11% to the top, and then it adds the 11% to the bottom, something like that. So you're constantly moving the percentage along, but effectively how it works is you're gaining the difference of the remainder of the 100% so that you never actually hit 100%. And I've recently kind of decided I don't care. As strange as that might sound. I'm going to put more points into that. We're using a lot of fire arrows. Might as well. Take that healing potion. I
need mana.
But I'm thinking to make it like just more valuable as a skill. Critical Strike is fun, but in Diablo 2 it only applies to physical damage that rolls attack rating. So it has to be a weapon attack, it has to be physical damage, it can't be something like a War Cry or Tornado. As far as I'm aware, Tornado cannot crit. That's news to me if it does, but this makes it unique a little bit. It makes it so that crit builds are not the de facto builds like many other games kind of fall into. But I figure max damage on the Amazon kind of makes sense. Whether you're using spears and javelins or you're using arrows and whatnot, having max damage and critical strike could be just kind of silly fun, playing the averages, whatnot. And then if you get a critical on the high average roll, you roll a 30 damage hit really early on. It also means that you can offset some damage with your skills, which is kind of a goal of mine. So like exploding arrow gains like, I don't know, what was it? 6 damage a level? Yeah, 6 max damage a level. But critical strike would give you, of course, crit chance and the other thing. Max damage as well. And then max damage scales. This technically doesn't scale at the moment. I do plan on maybe putting dexterity as a scaler on Exploding Arrow, but I'm not sure about that. Not sure I want it to scale in that fashion. I think Fire Arrow makes sense because you want your physical damage to be high, and if you're converting it to fire, you're losing your physical damage. Okay, I'm just gonna... Let's just break some pots here. Pretend we're wearing a green hat. Okay, we're running away now. Dang. Can we not? Okay. It's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. Hi, Kane. How you doing? Got a lot of gemstones here and this thing. Okay, so this... I just want to point this out. This is an error. It's a huge error right now. It probably should be something like 5, not 30. But I just find it funny. I'll put that away. Put that away. And I wanted to make something out of this, but I got that. Didn't really care enough to do so. 4% mana stolen per hit. 2 mana per kill. Oh yeah, that's got dexterity loss on it. We will sell all of these. And 4 life regen, 1 vitality, 25 magic find, ethereal. That's why they're 20, because they're ethereal. Mana stolen per hit. Attacker takes damage at 2. I think this rare is better. Which is kind of funny. Let's go sell all these rings and amulets. I don't know why we're getting so many. Especially getting specifically Magic Find. I don't want to buy it back. No, thanks. I'm good. Something I am probably going to do is make belts always give like the full stack of potions. I don't really care for the management of the belt. We're going to move this so I don't accidentally socket it. Sell that. Disappointing. I don't want this spear. Get rid of the spear too. I can't use control click to do that. I can do it with... I thought I could do it with something else, but guess not. Maybe I'm thinking of another game. But like doing tricks like this, it's nice and cute to do some tricks like this. I just don't care for it. Oh yeah, these are bugged. Well, not bugged. They're a failure to change. Staves have attack rating on them, so that you don't have to put a ton of points in dexterity on the sorceress. That is not on orbs or wands. It's just on... It's just on staves. So the reasoning for that is you're losing an offhand that you could have. You could have a shield that does a ton of stuff. You could have something else going on there. And the staff then can give that to. And because it's an auto prefix or an auto mod, it's just always there. And there's no variance to it because who cares? But it probably shouldn't be 20. Well, maybe it should. I don't know. At this point in the game, maybe it should, but... But it means that if you want to go, like, another weapon or an orb, the sorceress orb, you'd have to get the attack rating from something else. So that is just a way to do. Holy cow, that was painful. I am definitely going to have to put some points into health soon. This is ridiculous. They're not supposed to be hitting me every hit, though. Ooh, there is a door. Which means nothing. We're at a dead end. Immolation Arrow doesn't have an explosion in my mod, so you do have to wait for the timer to actually kill stuff. It's not just a upgrade. It's not just a direct upgrade of... Is there a door here? Okay, no. It's not a direct upgrade of Exploding Arrow. It is meant for kind of a different idea. So Exploding Arrow is kill things quick, kill them right here. If they're in your face, you can get rid of them. Immolation Arrow kind of does the same thing. One of the things I want to do with something like Immolation Arrow is I'd probably want to make sure that the stagger of something like Immolation Arrow doesn't trigger as much on enemies. So they're not standing in the fire and just being staggered to death. You'd actually have to manipulate them and maybe tank some damage. Ooh, I pierced. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's a little too big. What do you think? Maybe just a bit? Ooh, that hurt. Everything hurts. You're supposed to have to hit me, and you're just hitting me every single time. Are we there yet? So I might make those poison clouds last a little bit longer. Yeah. Really annoying ground effect, I know. I'm that kind of developer, I guess. Maybe doing some global effects on some of the enemy weaknesses or design points, as well as, like I talked about earlier, like attack rating and some armor stuff with like skeletons and stuff. But I'm also going to do it with like leech. So like if it's an undead, the leeching value is just going to be a lot weaker, and it's going to be on a per enemy basis. So like a spirit ghost thing might allow you to leech better. And if it's... I'm not sure if the leech percentage is split between health and mana, but if it is, I'd be making stuff like ghosts able to give you mana leech. Where, like, skeletons would probably not give you any leech whatsoever. Why is this rolling so often? There's a weird graphical glitch that adds a space here, but beside that space is the negative 38% enhanced damage. This is a modifier from Diablo 1, passed back over into this game. I removed low quality items and added that. I'm not huge into like things like damage to undead, but I haven't removed it from item rolls. So it does still technically exist. And So this has max damage minus base damage and requirements minus 20. I just think all of that is really funny. So many good things, so many bad things going on there. Can we not just turn corners and have things hit me in the face? That would be much appreciated. I don't know what it is about like playing Diablo 2, but every time I play, I always take like the wrong turn. Like, here we are. We're finally here. I need to take it out of the inventory here. Okay, let's I don't know if leaving right now actually would fail to trigger the door opening. That would be interesting to bug. I could see that happening. Okay, there we go.
Good day.
Potions need to be more expensive. If you're running out of potions, it should be punishing. My opinion. Oh no, I clicked out of the game. Oh, come on. Why are you so fast? Why am I so slow? We did some damage, but that's it. We did some damage. Yeah, I don't know. 26%. It's like I'm relying on this to do the ground fire so that I don't have to. I don't have enough. Whatever. I am looking for Bale. Let's just do this. Stand there on my corpse and burn to death. Is the stupidest cheese ever, but it works. Like I said, I think everything is hitting way too much. And because I've nerfed various aspects of the game, I don't know where that fine balance should be. I couldn't even pick up my body. I'm going to be going super negative into my experience here. Like, super negative. Buy some potions first. I probably need to be around twice this much health going into this boss fight. That's probably just an honest assessment of probably what I needed to be doing. Oh, it's all going to go into my inventory now. How many scrolls do I have? 9. I want to make sure stuff like this, yeah, it's cheesy, but I want to make sure stuff like this is actually, I'm spawning randomly like between this point and he's standing right there. This really sucks. But yeah, I probably need to have like a minimum of like 120, 125 health for this fight. Just be able to survive it. And I am wearing heavy armor if I can get into the actual tomb and pick up my body. I am looking for Bale. Can I pick up my body? Ah. This is just pain. I don't want to walk all the way back to the actual gate. So, while I do this, I just want to point out some other stuff here. Poison damage. Oh, that's wrong. It's supposed to be 24 to 24. Poison damage on emeralds is now locked to 4 seconds. And a little bit better, but it's not much better. But it's DPS wise, it's just like 1 or 2 damage per second better. Why? Why do you have like jab as an attack? It's a triple hit, by the way. Jab. And he has jab or something really similar to it as his attack. So he's not just hitting me for like 20 something damage a hit. He's hitting me 3 times almost instantly. And again, he should not be probably hitting me instant. Like, he should be missing at least one of those 3 attacks, probably, based on my armor rating. I can't get to my body. This sucks so bad. I have no idea how much experience I've lost, though. I got him to half health. He'll one-shot my dude, but maybe I should just get my dude here. Pulling out all the stops. Okay, you have defense of 217. You have a really weird weapon that I gave you that does no damage. And it also has vitality on it, which you can't get. I will be changing that back. Vitality on items will just be health, and mana will be more locked. Do I have anything I can build out of these? Oh yeah, and stuff like this. Minus 25% target defense. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that anymore. It's probably too much, and obviously attack rating there is wrong. And damage to undead and attack rating to undead is wrong. So we'll see here. I have no idea if this will work, but what if we do this? All sense and logic is going out the window right here. I've heard it said that Diablo is a grinding game, and while I get that it is, I also think it's not. And I think it's about strategy and itemization, and obviously I've failed probably all of this right now. But here goes something really strange. We're gonna just try this.
I can't use that.
Oh, you can't use. Why can't you use it? You need 50 dexterity. Are you kidding me?
Hello.
Like I said, failing the strategy here. Failing it real hard. Maybe I can find him like a chest piece with dexterity on it. That would be cool, I guess. A helmet, maybe? You're gonna lose a lot of armor here. We're gonna do this though. Okay. Enhanced defense. So we could do a gem in this and give it some enhanced defense. We're gonna make this work. And if it doesn't, then I guess too bad. So much Tetrising. There we go. Okay, 24% enhanced defense. Well, that seems lackluster for sure. 4% on that upgrade. I don't know about that. Probably should be at least 5%. 20 to 24 is pretty bad. Oh, I used all my poison gems in this. Wah, wah, wah. There's like 7 layers of failure here. If I die, I lose this permanently, though. I don't want to do this. He hits me no matter what I do is part of the issue here. His attack rating is way too high. And he's a hard boss as it is. He gets up on you. He has jab. Apparently in earlier versions of the game, he had charge or something. Which is just crazy. I can't imagine him having charge on top of everything else. I need 6 dexterity, buddy. How can I get you 6 dexterity? Can't buy a gem. -7 to all attributes. Could that just be +7 to all attributes? That'd be great. Can't wear boots, so that's out of the question. No helmets. Man, if that was +7, that would solve my problem right there. That's interesting, because it makes the cost and value to 1. I could buy this armor really, really, really cheap. That's really funny. Same thing here, minus. Super funny. See, if I just put it in a trident instead of a Brandisock. Okay, we're going to go to Act 1 now. I just need him to survive like 2 seconds so I can get off like a few immolation arrows while not being instantly killed. You sell anything useful? No, but apparently you sell potions. Why did I not know that you sold potions? Why do I always go to the other guy? Okay.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hi there. How you doing? 5 dexterity. I'm not going to find it, am I? 3 to all attributes, 5 dexterity. Oh, this is so stupid. Where is it? Where is it? That one. And I guess we'll just buy that. It's not going to matter your armor anyway, right? Hi, Geed. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put this on you. And we're going to put this on you.
I can't.
Too many buttons. And we're going to put that on you. Take this off. Does his damage just go away? Yes, it does. Okay. We'll put your chainmail in here just in case. We're going to do this. I'm determined. Gonna suck and we're probably going to die instantly, but we're going to do this. There, let's see if we can get him a single enemy to turn on his aura. Not that it matters at all, because it's, I think, prayer. Anybody? Oh, hi. There you are. Found you. Yeah, see? Jab is broken. Look at that. Jab is just a broken skill. There it is. Just absolutely insane. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Let's walk this way so that when we do die, we can pick up our corpse again. He healed that entire time. Welcome to my mod, where you lose even when you lose. I don't think the healing mattered. I don't think the healing mattered. I do plan on buffing prayer. A weird statement there, which is what he has as an aura. Burn! Okay, well, we got our body back, which was kind of the primary goal here. Sure, we always put up a town portal. I couldn't even get a fire arrow off. How many do we have left? We probably need to actually buy some. So close. I don't know if you can go negative experience. I don't know.
Hello.
I don't seem to be losing experience, so. That's not... You don't sell scrolls, really?
Greetings.
You sell scrolls. There we go. I think we just need 2 more immolation arrows. 2 more of the completely broken spell that I am abusing to beat this guy. Ah. We did it. We did it. And that's how Diablo's supposed to be played. This is peak Diablo. If you don't like it, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. What do we find here? Storm Guild. Block chance. Defense. More defense. Again, I'd probably remove the secondary defense there. Lightning resist and magic damage reduced by 1. Attacker takes lightning damage of 3.
Impossible.
Impossible. Okay, we got an L rune. Let's get rid of the... We'll pick that up and got some other stuff here. We'll go to town and figure this out. Oh boy.
Need some help?
We did it though. We did it. We sure did something.
I can't use that.
Wait, you can't use that? Why not? Oh, it's a level 13. He's only level 12. I'm having way too good of a time with this mod. Yes, I built it, but still, this is how I have fun, is making games just absolutely make no sense.
It is an honor to serve you.
Okay, that I can sell. That I can sell. I will sell these. I'm going to put these in my inventory. Getting distracted by some things that I need to take care of here. Okay. We're going to sell that. We're going to sell that. We're going to put that in there.
I am overburdened. I can't.
Overburdened? Why would you do this? Okay, so if I put that on him, he loses his weapon. But we got a new weapon for him. Poison damage over 2 seconds. Yeah, absolutely. So in the original game, certain modifiers would fall out of the pool. I've talked about this before. But this is a prime example of 6 poison damage over 2 seconds being absolutely terrible. First of all, I need to probably standardize all poison damage as I'm planning to do in general. I also hope to be able to do some code edits if I can get there. It's just tricky, and I'm not very experienced in it. But 6 poison damage over 2 seconds, like we could potentially make it so that this falls out of the pool entirely. Similar to something like, I don't have anything on me, but let's say a bow rolls like 5 fire damage, or a ring has whatever. +1 max damage, or something like that. They were talking, but there was no bubbles. There was no bubble words. That was weird.
You have done very
I think I just clicked off of them too quickly. My chief! My man! Take me on your boat. I want to leave.
greetings. Jaren tells me. Hello.
Jaren does tell you.
Greetings. Welcome to
Quest completed. Oh, we never did those 2 quests apparently on this character. Not that runes are very good at the moment. Well, they're both very good and very bad right now. 50 attack speed is insane, but... Or attack speed, attack rating.
Damn it. I wish you
Okay. I'm going to wrap this up. We got pretty far in the context of doing a lot of weird things there. This weapon is way too crappy to actually give to anybody. But yeah, if I were to go through and standardize some stuff. So 13 attack rating. This doesn't sound huge to a normal player. This sounds terrible. This is actually an amazing roll. It's probably something like 10 to 15 is the roll, and 13 is huge. Think about it as almost 1%. It's not quite 1%, because it's a percentage calculation ratio. So it's not a percentage point calculation ratio like Diablo 1, where 1% was quite literally going from like 86 to 87. But here, attack rating going from 60 to 73 is quite big. So if you have 50% more attack rating than your opponent has defense, you have like an 83% chance to hit, or an 81% chance to hit. If you have 100% or double the attack rating to your opponent's defense, you have a 95% chance to hit. And I am honestly debating on making that straight up like just 100, but I'm not sure. So right now it's just going to stay as it is until I make any long-term decisions on that. But the immolation arrow doesn't check attack rating,
hello.
which is what made it actually half decent. So anyway, that's it for today. And hopefully I can get this up today as well. The day of recording. I haven't been doing a pre-recording in a while, but I've got a few things pre-recorded that will be probably edited and strung together a little bit. So hopefully you enjoyed the mod. just being shown off a little bit more. I will do more work on it before the next video. And the notes are always at the bottom, so you can see them in real time. I date them for the last time I've touched them so that the notes can be as updated as possible. And eventually, when it's somewhat stable, I do plan on releasing kind of a 1.0 and just kind of having some general exposure to the mod. I'm not really expecting a lot of people to play it. It's originally a personal mod, but having out there in the wild means that people can touch it as well. So thanks for watching if you made it this far, and hope you have a great day.